during Bengaluru heat, where the heat temperatures have already breached 39 degrees Celsius, what we are seeing is also the heat of the political situation in Karnataka. But Bengaluru South, again the word heat, because it's a hot seat. I'm joined by sitting MP Tejasvi Surya. Thank you so much for joining us here at CNN News 18. I see you've been campaigning door to door. They've been talking to people as well. And one important thing I heard you speak about is a turnout of people. 53% is what we saw last time. This time you're asking them to come out 100%. But how confident are you? First, let me ask that. Then we'll talk about turnout.
Confident of?
Of winning.
Oh, 100%. So, the kind of popularity that Narendra Modi ji enjoys in Bengaluru as a whole, and especially Bengaluru South, is incredible. Last time, the people of the city, people of my constituency, had blessed the BJP with a massive majority. We had won the seat with a 3 lakh plus margin. I am very confident that having seen the kind of work that we have done over the last 5 years, especially in the infrastructure sector, the kind of work that we did during the COVID time, people have seen me close, people have seen us deliver. Many legacy problems that Bengaluru was wanting to be resolved, like the suburban rail, which was pending from almost 40 years, the approval of the US consulate that was pending from the time of SM Krishna's government, the approval and construction of the STRR, the expansion of the metro network, all of these things have reposed and given more confidence to the people of the city in the Prime Minister's leadership. Most importantly, Rohini, during the COVID pandemic, people saw me amongst them leading the battle against the virus from the front lines. So we set up new hospitals, we added more than 600 ICU beds in different parts of the city, we helped expeditiously vaccinate people. I even exposed the bed scam, which was not allowing people to fairly access beds in the hospital at a time when every day there was more than 10,000 cases being reported every day. So people have seen us deliver during COVID, the most testing time. People have seen me raise issues of the city and the state in the parliament multiple times. Even this morning, BPAC, a civic agency, advocacy agency today, has made a study of all the MP-led fundings, questions asked in the parliament, debates in the parliament, and has rated me as a top performer MP in all of the state. So having seen that, people will bless us again. I'm very confident that this time our voting margin will increase and we will win the seat with a 5 lakh margin.
Well, let me ask you, because I remember campaigning with you in the previous election as well. Last time when you came, the first time you were seeking votes as well. You've had 5 years to show. Last time also they said that you won in the Anand Kumar wave also, because he also was part of Bengaluru South for a long time. Now 5 years you've showed your report card as well. This time what do you think is in favor of is in your favor?
In all seats across the country, there is only one factor in this election. And people are going out to vote to answer one question. Who will be leading the country for the next 5 years? This is the primary question that people are coming out to vote and answer. People of the country have seen the kind of transformation that the country has witnessed in the last decade under Prime Minister Modi's leadership. People have understood the importance of political stability, policy continuity, for creating prosperity, wealth, and a sense of security in the country. So people are going to be voting to choose the leader of the nation. And the leader of the nation is going to be Narendra Modi once again, because that's the pulse of the people, not just here in Bengaluru, but all across the country. That's the only factor, Rohini, in all elections across the country.
But they kept saying also, when I speak to other candidates as well, that this is not an election where the candidate is standing. Everybody is voting for Modi. Even a Tejasvi Surya standing from Bengaluru South means Modi is standing from Bengaluru South.
This is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. In all 543 constituencies in the country, the vote is to elect the country's leader. Who should be the leader of the country for the next 5 years? Who is the India Alliance's leader? They have no clarity themselves. So who is their prime ministerial candidate? They have no idea. Who will come to power if they are elected in a majority? They have no idea. So it's a confused block that resembles like a chow chow bath, to give a allegory of what we eat every day. It's a breakfast item.
It's a mix of sweet and sour thing, have no idea.
It's a mix of everything, So there's no clarity. There is only confusion. They have no leader. We don't see their cadre on the ground. There is no enthusiasm in their camps. So this is essentially a one-horse race where it's the Narendra Modi-led BJP that is contesting in almost every seat in the country. People are going to be voting to elect the country's prime minister, the leader who is going to be leading the nation for the next 5 years. So whether it is in Bengaluru South or whether it is in a seat in Arunachal Pradesh, the vote is to choose the country's next leader for the next 5 years. And the people are going to be voting for continuity and political stability that the Prime Minister has given over the last 5 years, 10 years.
You're not just the MP, you're also the National Youth Leader, BYGM as well. And I was listening to one of your interviews and you said you're one of those people come and call you bro. Yeah. And you kind of find it very nice because people can reach out to you. The youth, what are the issues that they come to you with?
See, over the last 10 years, if you look at the 2014 vote share and the 2019 vote share, one of the reasons for the Prime Minister's immense electoral success is the youth vote behind him in a solid fashion. Even this time around, the young of India will vote Prime Minister Modi in an overwhelming manner because they want clean politics. They want corruption-free governance. They want more opportunities because they're aspirational. And for an aspirational society, a fast-paced economy is the only way, a fast-growing economy is the only way their aspirations can be met. Over the last 10 years, whether it is financial inclusion through Jan Dhan, whether it is providing loans through Mudra, whether it is Digital India, Skill India, the new education policy, doubling almost the number of medical seats, building almost one university per week continuously over the last 10 years, whether it is initiatives like Startup India, whether it is the top scheme which has benefited our young athletes, you will see that most of the Modi government schemes are youth-centric and youth-led. So that is the reason why the young prefer the BJP as their first choice party. So when young walk up to us, they walk up to us with these very demands, that they want the continuation of clean governance, that they want the continuation of fast economic growth because that's when jobs are created. They want infrastructure to be built in a fast-paced manner because they want our infrastructure to also match with the first world countries. They are fed up of being called as a developing country. They want to build the Viksit Bharat. So these are the aspirations of young India. And they also understand that this cannot be achieved without stable, full majority governments, which is why they resonate very effectively with Modi ji's call of Ab ki baar 400 par, because they understand the need for a full majority stable government.
Well, you're facing Congress's Soumya Reddy. Now, she also contested the assembly elections, and I remember when the voting on the counting day towards the end, there were also allegations that said that you went and sat in the polling booth, and now finally things went awry completely. And now she's facing you, and that's why it's also becoming a hotter seat. Her father's a sitting minister in the Karnataka government. Allegations also talked about people being called in to be a part of your campaign and said that your students should vote and they should vote for the BJP. How do you look at all this?
Rohini, there is one camp that is trying to make noise. And then there's another group of volunteers here who are trying to take the vision of Viksit Bharat to people. I believe that all of these questions will be answered by the public, the voters, on the 26th of April, and the results will be out on the 4th of June. Like I said, it really doesn't matter who the opposition candidate is in this election, because people are not looking at elections at a local level. How much ever the Congress wants to localize the election, this is a national election. We are electing MPs to the Parliament of India. We are choosing who is going to be the next Prime Minister of the country. So it really doesn't matter who the candidate is from the opposition, because the vote is to select the country's next leader for the next 5 years. And the vote is to choose and continue Prime Minister Modi as the leader of the nation. So it honestly doesn't matter what news, what cacophony, what propaganda, what kind of theatrics the opposition is involved in.
Well, Bengaluru goes to vote on April 26th.
Yes.
But we see only 50+% vote of people turning out. Does it frustrate you as an MP as well?
Absolutely, and that's a cause of concern, not just in terms of electoral outcomes, but poor voting turnouts also have a deliberating effect on the whole of the political system, because it incentivizes certain vested interest groups to influence certain sections of the voting population, which can be influenced through pecuniary interests or otherwise. So especially those sections of the society who are financially stable, who are educated, who can understand the big picture, who cannot be swayed by immediate temptations, they should come out and vote in big numbers to make the right choice. Unfortunately, the last elections we saw in Bengaluru South, only 53% people come out and vote. This is a matter of serious concern. So wherever I'm going, my campaign plea has been to increase the voting percentage, because it's a very important civic responsibility, especially when we have a leader like Modi, who at 73, 74 years of age is working 16, 17 hours every day continuously for the last 10 years. Can't we spare 5 minutes once in 5 years to re-elect him and give him another opportunity to again serve us? This is the plea that I'm asking people to consider. I'm very confident that this time people have... One of the also reasons, Rohini, that people were not very enthusiastic in participation was also because there was a sense of indifference, that it doesn't matter whatever we do, that if the middle class votes, doesn't vote, it doesn't matter, because the politics of the country won't change. So there was a kind of indifference, which also kind of dissuaded people from coming out and voting. But if you see the 2014 and 2019 elections, there is a spike in the voter turnouts. It is because the middle class is now understanding that their vote matters. And I'm sure that in the 2024 elections, there will be a higher polling percentage, especially in metropolis cities like Bengaluru, which will translate in higher margins of victory for the BJP.
When you ask for votes, you say vote for Modi, vote for the governance that you've seen for 10 years. The Congress is saying vote for the guarantees, because they say it's their guarantees which they did in Karnataka, they replicated in Telangana, they'll replicate in the rest of the country. So what is your guarantee then?
There is only one guarantee in the country that people are believing in, that's the Modi guarantee. Rest all is fluff, rest all is propaganda, and Rohini, we must not insult the collective intelligence of the voter. He understands what is important, what is truth, what is propaganda. I am very confident that the only guarantee that people will bless, that people will support, is the Modi guarantee.
Well, thank you so much, and we wish you very best of luck in this fight. Thank you very much. So clearly here, we have seen how the Bengaluru South sitting MP is talking about the guarantees that the Congress is promising to people. He's saying the only guarantee that they'll be doing, or the BJP is going to give out, is the Modi guarantee. Whether this will work out in favor of the BJP, will work out in favor of the different candidates, we'll have to wait and see. With Vijay Riaz, Rohini Swamy in Bengaluru South for CNN News 18.